Okay, let's dive right into this. Because today we're looking at a scenario that, frankly, every single product manager, developer, and tech executive absolutely needs to understand. I mean, imagine you're launching this massive, highly anticipated financial product. It's backed by literally the biggest tech company on the planet. The machine learning model powering the whole shebang has been tested rigorously. In the lab, it's highly accurate. You launch it, and, well, within days, you are facing an absolute catastrophe.
This isn't just some hypothetical fear-mongering exercise, right? This is exactly what went down during the Apple Card disaster. Shortly after launch, these prominent tech leaders started complaining publicly. They realized they were getting credit limits 20 times higher than their wives. And here's the kicker, you guys. Their wives often had vastly better credit scores. The algorithm essentially appeared to systematically give women lower credit limits than men, even when they had identical or at least super similar financial profiles. Regulators stepped in immediately, users were understandably furious, and Apple was forced to defend a system that even their own internal teams couldn't clearly explain. A model that looked mathematically perfect in the lab just morphed into a massive PR disaster overnight.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how we've been trained, almost conditioned really, to worship traditional machine learning evaluation metrics. You know the ones: accuracy rates, F1 scores, log loss. But listen to this contrast. Accuracy simply measures correctness in a totally controlled, isolated lab environment. Trust, on the other hand, measures reliability out in the messy, unpredictable real world. A model can be phenomenally accurate on paper, yet quietly destroy your brand the literal second it interacts with real human beings.
To understand just how prevalent this disconnect actually is, consider this heavy reality check. A June 2025 Deloitte survey found that 33%, a full one-third, of generative AI users have already encountered incorrect or misleading answers. One-third! So what does that actually mean? It means your highly sophisticated AI model can score a flawless 95% on some lab benchmark and still deliver production answers that completely erode your users' trust.
Section 1. The opacity trap and why the black box is corporate suicide. Because honestly, the most damaging part of the Apple Card controversy wasn't just the algorithm itself. It was the fact that customer support had absolutely no idea how to fix it.
You see, when you embed AI inside your product, your ethical risk concentrates heavily in three very specific areas. First is scale. Because software operates at a massive scale, a tiny algorithmic mistake doesn't just affect one person, it hits millions instantly. Second is coupling. This basically means one wrong AI output automatically triggers downstream actions, like denying a loan or freezing a bank account without a human ever checking it. And third, the most dangerous of all, opacity.
Opacity happens when neither your users nor your own product team fully understand why a system behaved a certain way. Listen, when regulators come knocking at your door, you cannot hide behind the excuse of a black box. The brutal lesson here is that deploying a production system that makes life-impacting decisions at scale without a clear, explainable audit trail, that is, quite literally, corporate suicide.
Think about it this way. If a human loan officer denied your application and you asked them why, and their only justification was, I don't know, my brain just kind of felt like it, you would sue them, right? They'd be fired on the spot. So why on earth are we allowing our machine learning models, which impact millions more people, to get away with the exact same excuse? Section 2, the trust stack, moving past traditional metrics. So the crucial point is, how do we actually fix this? Well, we have to move past standard accuracy. Product managers need to start explicitly measuring UX trust, tracking bias, and enforcing consistency. Defensibility has to be your new true North Star.
To build that trust stack, you have to utilize evaluation slices. And honestly, this is the ultimate aha moment for so many product teams. Just think about a global F1 score across all users sitting at a fantastic 95%. High fives all around in the office, right? But when you run an evaluation slice, meaning you test the model separately on a specific data subset, like a demographic group, you might suddenly uncover a terrible 60% accuracy score. That global number was hiding a massive, systematic failure for a vulnerable group.
Let's play this out in the real world. Imagine an executive walks in and says, hey, our new underwriting AI has a 96% F1 score. We're deploying it globally tomorrow to cut costs. A smart product manager is going to step right in and say, absolutely not. That global accuracy is a vanity metric. I ran an evaluation slice, and the model's false negative rate for minority applicants is 1.5 times higher than our baseline. Until we achieve demographic parity, this thing stays in the sandbox. In that one conversation, that product manager just saved the company millions.
Section 3. Tactical execution. Your playbook for defensible AI. Understanding the problem is great, but knowing exactly how to build defensible AI is your absolute core requirement for 2026.
I highly recommend taking a mental screenshot of this playbook. These are the 3 exact tactical steps that will keep your AI products from landing your CEO in a congressional hearing. Number 1, evaluate by slices. Number 2, design for handoffs. And number 3, audit everything. Let's break these down one by one.
Tactic 1 is defining acceptable disparity thresholds. Bias metrics are rarely about achieving absolute zero difference. Mathematically, that's often impossible. It's about identifying and minimizing unfair gaps. You need to set a hard release gate. For example, you could mandate that there can be no more than a 1.2x disparity between any 2 demographic groups' error rates. If the model fails that slice evaluation, it does not ship, period.
Okay, tactic 2 is mandating human in the loop, especially for high-stakes actions. Remember this golden rule: the AI handles scale, but the human handles irreversibility. If an automated decision legally requires an appeal path, or if it can cause real financial harm, you absolutely must design an escalation mechanism. If the AI is highly confident on a low-risk task, sure, let it automate. But if confidence drops or the stakes are high, you have to route that output to a human reviewer immediately.
Tactic 3 is logging the why. You must ensure your AI provides complete explanations. You have to require the model to cite its sources or explicitly log the reasons for its outputs. Build your architecture so that when a user complains, your support team never has to say, well, the black box did it. They should be able to pull up the exact context and the precise rules the model applied to explain that specific decision.
Which leads me to a direct challenge for you. Think about this scenario. If your AI makes a catastrophic decision tomorrow, could you explicitly explain to a regulator exactly how and why it happened? If your answer is no, well then you aren't really managing an AI product. You are managing a ticking time bomb.
And this brilliantly illustrates the final formula. Evaluation slices, plus human in the loop for high-stakes decisions, plus strict auditability equals defensible AI. The Apple Card disaster proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that a model can be mathematically correct and still be fundamentally broken in the real world. Today, accuracy is just table stakes. Trust is your only real differentiator. So, stop hiding behind generic vanity metrics, slice your data, hunt down those biases, mandate oversight, and ensure every single output can be audited. Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to think about. Have you ever been denied a service by an algorithm without any explanation? It's an incredibly frustrating experience, and it's exactly what we're trying to engineer out of existence. If you found this explainer helpful, make sure to subscribe and check out our other explainers on building better products. Keep learning and keep building safely.